testing it out and just cruising, even though it's like 50 degrees. It's cold as hell, but the top is still down, because you know, S2000 life, you know, S2000. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Marky Mark here. I just want to wish you guys a happy New Year's. It is the first day of the year. I just want to start it off right. It's my day off, so pretty much what I'm going to be doing today, I am going to be installing my Brom seats to the S2000. But before I get that started, I actually got to pick up some screws. So I got to just head to Home Depot real quick because I bought the brackets for these, right? It only comes with the rails, and I still have to take off those seats. But I mean, the brackets on these seats are stuck to these. I mean, you can take it out, but I'd rather just keep it on there. And I bought my aftermarket ones, so that's what we're pretty much gonna do today. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take out this S2000. I'm gonna remove the hardtop. It's just been there. I actually haven't even been driving this car. I've been driving the Type R because it has been raining, and I don't really want to drive the S2000 in the rain, you know. And I'm so excited to still get this hardtop painted. I still got to get retinted as well because the tint looks pretty bad. But got a lot of things to do for this car. But today I'm very excited to put the new seats in because I feel like I've been needing to put these seats for a long time. So I could drive this car better, because I'm actually going to be letting go of the stock OEM seats, but I'd rather keep it in such a good condition for the owner that's going to pick it up. That's why I haven't been driving the car as well, because with leather seats, especially for the older ones, I just feel like they tend to just rip easily, and I'm a pretty big dude, so I have a higher chance to even like rip the seats. Okay, so before we get started, I just want to thank you guys for 1,000 subscribers. I've just got monetized with YouTube, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited to knock out more content for you guys and to pretty much, you know, record more videos. And I hope you guys can continue this journey with me to 10,000 subscribers now by hitting that subscribe button below, as well as giving this video a thumbs up. I'd greatly appreciate it. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I would have never expected to be in this position right now, to be honest with you guys. But if it wasn't for you, it keeps me going. So without further ado, let's start this video. Since I haven't driven this car in like almost a week and a half, here's a little cold start for you guys. Let's see how it sounds. I always love the sound of cold starts, you know? It's so nice. Man, oh man. I'm gonna head on to Home Depot right now just to get this bolt. So I pretty much just left out of that side without moving this car because, you know, S2000 is so small, but gets the job done, you know what I mean? It did take me like 2-3 minutes. So I'm here at Home Depot. Gotta get something like this, but a little shorter, so I'm gonna look for that right now. I found the screw. It's a 5x16 by 1. I'm gonna get 8 of these. So update, I just got the nails. It actually wasn't that hard to find, thank God. Usually I have like some problems trying to find nails in Home Depot because it's like all scattered, and it takes me a really long time just to find it. But this time it was actually pretty easy, which is 5x116 or 5x16, I'm sorry. And so I had to get 8 of them, you know, because 4 on the rails for the brackets. So I'm pretty much just gonna get something to drink, probably like Starbucks or something, because I need to wake up. I really do. All right, and I just got back home. I got my coffee. If you guys know what's up, Jack in the Box, if you guys ever watch this and want to sponsor me, literally all I want is the iced coffee. You don't even have to pay me. If you get it from me for free, I love you guys forever. But I got the car back in the garage. Ended up having to move the Type R anyway because I need room to work. So I'm gonna get the chairs out and probably install the brackets first, mount them on there because I have the mount here. So I'm just gonna mount them on before I remove the seats, and yeah, we'll go from there. Starting things off, we got the bracket right here. We also got the screws. And before I clean this pretty much dirty seat, I'm just gonna put it on the bracket first. So I'm gonna lay it down, and I'm just gonna make sure everything's all lined up by flipping this all the way back as well. You always want to make sure that these are all the same. So here, put this down. I'm just gonna move it because you just want to make sure, like, you don't want to put them both in like different directions or different like lengths, because when you put it in the bracket, then it might be uneven. So since that's done, I'm gonna put the bracket up here, and you got to look at it as a side where this is gonna be for the seat belt. So when you mount it on there, the reason why I actually wanted to get the more expensive kind, because you don't really have to stress too much about it. As you can see, all four pretty much just bolts on right in the middle, and I'm just gonna go with that. So let me just do that real quick, and I'll show you guys. I just finished installing this side. Before I take off the seat in the car, I'm actually just gonna like vacuum and clean up this seat because it is so dirty. I just want to do it before I even put it in this thing. All right, to start it all off, to remove the seats, you just need 4 bolts and just 13 So I just took out the bolts off the seat. It was actually a 12 mil in the front and 14 in the rear, which is actually interesting to me because I've never had the experience all 4 different screws were different sizes. But I mean, I managed to take off the seat, take the whole thing out. And I forgot that there's a sensor connecting for All right, so the seat is out. We can finally see what is inside this dirty 15-year-old car, or 16-year-old since it's 2021. We have some, what is this? Hand sanitizer. That is, I don't even know how old, but I'm really gonna wash my hands now with this. But I'm just gonna vacuum the interior, and then there's pretty much you just gotta remove this as well. It has the connector, and you're gonna have to put it on the bucket seat. So I'm just gonna vacuum pretty much my chair. I feel like I've been needing an upgrade of a vacuum, so hopefully soon I'll be able to upgrade it. but I'm just gonna vacuum this and I'm gonna vacuum my side of the car because might as well, right? I'm never gonna clean it anyway. All right, so experienced the first problem doing this. I thought it was gonna be easy, but when I mount the buckle of this car, because it has this stupid little lip, I don't know how to explain it. This lip, I can't adjust the buckle. So if I mount it to the car, it's gonna be like that. When you want it to be like that though, you know? So luckily, my grandpa actually has an angle grinder. If you don't wanna buy an aftermarket and just wanna use the one that you got, I'd recommend it. So what I'll do right now is just remove the other seat before I go to my grandpa's house, just so I can get this to work. Just came back from my grandpa's house. Shout out to my grandpa George. Came in clutch. He had an angle grinder or a saw, I forgot what he did, but he cut off that lip. And I would recommend you guys just use the OEM one from the stock, because it doesn't really make too much of a difference. But I could finally put it on the seat, so I could finally put it on the car. So I'm gonna do that right now, so no more problems, thankfully. But yeah, let's get this over with. And we are done with the driver's side. I finally installed these seats, so I am going to show you guys my reaction now getting into the seat. Oh my god, wow. Recline a little bit. So what I like, I could actually still push the seat back just a little bit more. I sit more like a little higher than the back. I mean, it's kind of like the same height, to be honest, than the stock OEM seats, but it does feel more like it's hugging you, and I just really like the feeling more. And when it comes to the seat belt, let me put that around. Since I did my modifications with the stock one, it works perfectly fine. And yeah, I love it. I love the seats. I love the feeling. It gets me very excited of just driving this car a lot more. One of the main reasons why I didn't really want to drive it that much was because of the leather seats that I'm pretty much letting go of, as well as the, I don't know, it's just because it's raining. But overall, these seats does make a difference. I don't really care about this patch right here, if you guys are gonna bring that up. That was the flaw. I mean, but this is the driver's side anyway. There's no flaw on the passenger side. So this is all done. I think the only flaw I would say from this is just trying to get the seat belt to go through around. But overall, I mean, it's really good. I took the passenger seat out. I gotta go vacuum that and vacuum that, and I'll show you guys the end results right now. After hours of pretty much kind of slacking off, I pretty much just finished. I installed both the driver and the passenger. It took a little longer than I would even expect it to be, but oh well. I'm just glad that the seats are fully installed now, and I can pretty much enjoy them now. The stock OEM seats are pretty much going to the buddy of mine that sold me these Brom seats, because that was part of the deal for my seats and that hardtop. So I just got to clean up everything now, and yeah, hopefully I'm not too lazy to just clean up, because now I could just finally start cruising around with some very comfortable seats. So I'm just gonna go test drive this car around. As you can see, the car is right here. There's a car blocking me, but if you guys follow me on TikTok, I made a video earlier that the S2000, even if a car is right behind you, you still have enough room to still get through there and get away, because it's such a small car. It's stupid, but if you give it enough space and a lot of turns, it'll go through. I'm just gonna go drive this car around because I just want to make sure the seats are safe. It looks like they are. I mean, everything bolted on correctly, so I mean, it's always safe than sorry, you know. first things first, I would say the seats is kind of the same height as the stock leather seats. They're not as too low, which is, I mean, it's okay. For the price that they are for Brahms, I wouldn't expect too low, you know. But what always sucked about this S2000s is that if you're a pretty tall person, it's already hard for you to see like the traffic lights coming from like your point of view, because you're like, this corner right here is like blocking it. So I mean, overall it's still really good. It feels really nice knowing that I got some bucket seats. They're very comfortable. I can move around in it, but I also feel like it's also hugging me compared to the leather ones, because the leather ones, I just feel like, as much as, I mean, they're nice because they're leather, I also feel like they don't really hold you that much, especially if you're making like sharp turns or something like that. And I'm not saying I'm always the type of guy to make sharp turns, but it's always nice to have that support that pretty much holds you and hugs you tight. And I feel like these seats, for the price that I got it for, is really good. So I'm very happy. I always suggest people to get aftermarket than just OEM. I mean, there's some cars with OEM like seats that I like the Type R, but with the S2000 I wanted to change them right away. So I'm just driving around right now. I'm just testing it out and just cruising, even though it's like 50 degrees. It's cold as hell, but the top is still down, because, you know, S2000 life, you know, S2000. And that is it for the video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. I'm sorry that I wasn't really too much. It was just me installing the car, and this thing took way longer than I actually expected. It's just because of all the bolts that I was missing, and the fact that I had to shave off just the buckle clip, or else I would have had to postpone finishing this project, because ordering it online is going to take a couple days, and I'd rather just get it done today. Everything worked out in the end. All the parts are good, and if you guys did enjoy this video today, please support the channel by subscribing below, as well as give this video a thumbs up. 1,000 subscribers, man, I still cannot believe it. Let's go for 2, 3, maybe even 10. That's my goal this year, is to get to 10,000 subscribers. So if you guys want to help me out, please support the channel. And there's going to be more videos coming your way. This is my first video for the year, so I wanted to start off the year right by installing something for the S2000. And the more I modify this car, the more I just pretty much love this car. Right now it's getting more loving than the Type R, to be honest with you, because I mean, the Type R, there's not really much that I can do. I mean, I could put a kit, but right now all the parts are a lot cheaper for the S2000, so I'd rather be focusing on that. But I still drive my Type R pretty much all the time. It's pretty much my daily. But once I get a hard top for this car, or not get a hard top, I did get a hard top, it's right there. Once I repaint the hard top and install it into this car, that's when I'm gonna feel a little more comfortable driving it all the time with all weather. So I got the seats installed. I hope you guys like them as much as I do, because personally I actually really love the seats. I'm not even gonna lie. They feel really comfortable, as well as, you know, just the everyday feel. And I don't have to like struggle trying to get up all the time. So, because the thing is, when I was getting up from those leather OEM seats, I just felt like I didn't want to damage them, so I felt like I had to use more power or more weight outside of the car just to get my ass up. But with these ones, I don't really care. So I'm glad. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.